Hey everyone, what's poppin'? What's tea? It's your girl Spicy Niche, and I'm here today to talk about the new South African film that debuted on Netflix about a week ago, Love, Sex, and 30 Candles. So let's just get straight into it. So Love, Sex, and 30 Candles is about a group of 4 friends who are all kind of navigating through their 30s. Now there's a lot of flashbacks to them like in their 20s doing like this video talking about like where they will want to be in their 30s. But obviously life is not like that. We all have plans, but it doesn't always turn out that way. So one of the girls, we opened the film with her, Nolwazi. She finds out that she is pregnant on her 30th birthday. So of course all of the 3 other friends come to celebrate with her, in which she breaks the news to them that she is pregnant. Little do they know that she is pregnant by Teboho, who is Dikeledi's baby father. Now Dikeledi is a professor, and Teboho has kind of been like a deadbeat dad to his 10-year-old daughter. Like, he says he's gonna pick her up, doesn't pick her up, is always busy. But when Nolwazi informs him that she is pregnant, he now wants to propose to Dikeledi, and is like, oh Nolwazi, you're ruining everything, you know, I just want to focus, you know, on my daughter and Dikeledi, and tells her not to tell Nolwazi, not to tell Dikeledi, and to just get rid of the pregnancy. Now Dikeledi knows that he's a deadbeat father, but obviously wants that family, you know, dynamic. So when he does propose to Boho, she does say yes, but she's also kind of exploring things with one of the new professors at her school, Professor Kwame. And then they end up kind of having like a love little dynamic towards the end of the film. Now Linda is navigating commitment issues and daddy issues in her 30s. She's been engaged a few times, but then she ends up, you know, dumping the guy that she was engaged to. She meets a new guy, and they kind of explore things, but then she realizes that she's not really dealt with her commitment issues and kind of cuts that off. Now, while this is going on, she realizes that she kind of has daddy issues because her father left when she was very young, and her mother is also sick. So there's a lot going on with Linda. But I really loved her story, and it made me very emotional seeing, you know, her losing her mom, because my grandmother, God rest her soul, passed away in March the same way. So it was very emotional for me, and this film definitely is one that evokes so many different emotions. Now, one of the things that I really loved is when Linda is having a conversation with her mom, and she's like, what if I'm running out of time? Like, and her mom is like, you think your life ends at 30? Have fun, like enjoy life, explore, like don't feel like you have to have it all figured out now. And I really feel like this message resonated with me. Like, my birthday is coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm just in a space where I'm just like, oh my god, like this is not where I thought I would be at this age. God has blessed me and I'm in a good position, but you know, this is just not what I planned for myself. Even this year, I lost 3 of my family members. This, like, we all plan and then life takes a turn. So it was just, you know, a message that I feel like I needed to hear, and I wanted to share that with you guys in case you don't watch the film, but you should. That, you know, we don't have to have it all figured out, you know, whether you're in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 30s, early 30s, whatever, wherever you are in life, you know, just live. Like, just live every day to the fullest, because tomorrow's not promised. And you know, you don't ever want to look back and be like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done all these things. Like, for me, my number one thing is I always solo travel. Like, if I want to go somewhere, I'm gonna go. And the next place I want to go is actually South Africa. By the grace of God, I'll go either this year or next year. But yeah, like, just go, just wake up, go, like, and live your best life. And now the next person who is going through stuff in their 30s is Sade. So Sade is engaged to Winston, and Winston is very involved in the church. But Winston is like one of those, like, he's one of those Christians that, like, I feel like can turn people off from Christianity. Like, one of those, like, overly zealous Christians that is just like over the top, like to the point where he didn't let Sade pick her bridesmaids. He was like, oh, your bridesmaids need to be people who are married, and I don't really like the way your friends live their life, number one. He didn't let her pick the dress that she was gonna wear for the wedding. Like, just so overbearing, and like doesn't even want to let her work. He says, no, you're supposed to stay at home. Like, seriously, so many red flags. Now, the worst red flag is when in the film he finds out that she's not a virgin, or she lied about it, but she was like, I never told you that I was a virgin, so where'd you get that from? And he comes back and beats her really badly, and Sade still ends up marrying him. And I feel like there's so many messages that you can take throughout this film, and this situation is like, when you see the first red flag, run. Get out. Don't go through with the entire marriage, because a broken engagement is better than a failed marriage. Nobody will really talk. I mean, they will talk, but at least you don't have to go through all the paperwork of divorce, you know? And you can just go on, move on quietly, and go date somebody else. But don't stay with somebody because of societal pressure, feeling like you have to be married by your 30s, or pressure from your parents, feeling like, because Sade's parents felt like, oh, Winston is a good guy, he's the guy for you, you need to marry him. No, because at the end of the day, when all those people leave, it will be you and that man or woman, and you need to figure out if this is what you want to deal with for the rest of your life. Life is too short to be unhappy. So, with that being said, there was a lot going on in this film with these ladies. And eventually, you know, Dikeledi does find out that Nowazi is pregnant for Toboho, her baby father. And she's mad at the girls, the Linda and Sade. I don't like when people do that, because it's like, yes, they should have told you that, you know, she's pregnant by your baby father, but at the same time, it's not their story to tell. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody tells me something that is their secret and they're saying that they want to tell this person on their own, then I'm not gonna go tell you that. But then they all end up reconciling. All the ladies end up coming together to support Nowazi and her new baby. And it was a very beautiful film overall. Now, with that being said, if you have not watched my previous videos, I typically do like to rate films with a criteria. So first, we are going to start with the plot and storyline of this film. Now, I give each film 5 out of 5 stars, so each of the 5 categories get 1 star each. And for plot and storyline, this film definitely got a 1 out of 1 star from me. The plot was very clear. The storyline was told very nicely. The character development throughout the film was very nice. 1 out of 1. Simple and easy. Now, number 2 is acting and performances. Of course, these actors did an amazing job. They did an amazing job conveying the different emotions. They did an amazing job telling the story. 1 out of 1 stars. Not to mention that the cast, they had a lot of chemistry. Like, this was a film that was well casted. There was a lot of chemistry. It was so nice to see a lot of new faces. The only person that was familiar to me, I'm not saying that I've watched all the South African films to know all the South African actors, you know, but was the one who played Linda's father. I remember him from Kings of Joburg. But, you know, I'm loving, you know, the South African film industry and all the different things that are coming out of it and all the actors that I'm now being exposed to. But definitely 1 out of 1 for acting and performances. Now, the third category is cinematography. So I would give them a 0.8 out of 1 for cinematography. I do feel like there were like a few scenes, not too many, just a few, that the lighting could have been a bit better. But I do feel like the cinematography for this film was very nice. So I would give them a 0.8 out of 1 star for the cinematography. Now, for entertainment value and engagement, let me just say, this is the first film in a long time that has kept me engaged. Like, recently I've been watching some Nollywood films that are so boring. Like, I tried to watch Jagun Jagun. By the first 30 minutes I was not interested. I tried to watch Underbelly. Within the first 10 minutes I was no longer interested. But this I was interested the whole way through. I was interested the whole way through. I was engaged the whole way through. And they did a really good job of engaging the audience. So I would definitely give them 1 out of 1. And they also did a good job invoking emotion. Like, you know, for me, turning this new age and getting older, it's just like, wow. Like, I really felt like the girls, like watching their old videos of all the things that they said they would do and where they would be. And I'm just like, wow, this is where I am. I'm getting old. This is not what I thought my life would be like. Not that I'm mad at it, but it's just different. You know, we have all these plans and then things don't really turn out that way. But I think it was a wonderful film of just showing you that, like, life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. You just have to roll with the punches that life throws at you, you know? So definitely 1 out of 1 for that category. Now for the last category, theme and message. Wow. There's so many messages that could be taken away from this film. Starting with Dika Lady. Her baby father was trash. Her baby father was trash. Baby father was trash. Taboho was trash, honey. But I guess she still kind of wanted that family dynamic. Another thing is Winston was trash to Sade. And I feel like the message there is kind of like when you see, no, let me backtrack. When somebody shows you who they are once, believe them. That is the message that I would say for these two for that particular instance, because like Winston was trash. Just his controlling ways, and then him even putting his hands on her, and then him all of a sudden not wanting to sleep with her when they finally got married. And it was just so much. And he like showed himself so many times, but Sade didn't know when to walk away. Now Dika Lady, on the other hand, did know when to walk away from Taboho. But she still like wanted, you know, the family dynamic for her daughter, which is understandable, but she did walk away. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's like if somebody's showing you all these red flags, like you don't need them to show you another 30 red flags before you say, this person is not for me. So that's definitely the message with those two ladies. Now, with Linda had commitment issues, daddy issues, like just life issues, you know. But number one is it's never too late to make things right, you know. Like she and her father did eventually have a one-on-one and kind of try to start the process of rebuilding their relationship. And in essence, it did help Linda because she was able to face her commitment issues, right? Another thing that I will say is that life is too short. Like Linda was so worried about like being here and doing this. Like life is too short. Live for today. Tomorrow is really not promised, you know? So yeah. And then Nolwazi is, I feel like for her, it's everything will come at its own time. What will be for you will never and can never miss you. She thought that she would have her own fashion line because she was working under somebody in the beginning of the film. But then, you know, she gets this opportunity to debut her work, like just her. And so, you know, it can kind of make her feel like, you know, she just thought that she would be way further along, not working for somebody, but just working for herself. But then she still gets this opportunity, you know, to do like her own show for Fashion Week or something, her own line for Fashion Week. And so that is just kind of like what will be for you will never miss you. Don't feel like, you know, you're late, you know, because I feel like it's so easy for you to look around you and see people in your age group doing different things and you feel like, damn, am I late? Like, did I miss the memo? Like, you can see people getting married, you can see people excelling in their careers, you can see people buying houses, you can see people doing all these things, and then you're looking at yourself like, why my own is not like that? And you just have to kind of sit down and say, I can only run my own race. Like Wizkid said, dinner fi run my race, run my race. Run my race, run my race. Steady I day my lane. I did run my race. Come on. You just have to be in your own lane and run your own race and realize that God's timing is the best timing. That's my little TED talk, you know, for the video. But yeah, no, definitely 1 out of 1 for the category, theme, and message. So total, I give them 4.8 out of 5 stars. You know what? Let's just give it 5 out of 5 stars. This is probably the first film that I rate 5 out of 5 stars. But no, it was a really good film. It really evoked a lot of emotion out of me, thoughts out of me. And, you know, I really enjoyed it. So I definitely do feel like this is one that you should go check out. It's very engaging. It's one of the few films that I find engaging. And you guys know how I butcher films on this channel. If you're new, go check out my previous videos. But yeah, it was a really good film, really good message, very good storyline, wonderful actors, love the actors, beautiful ladies. All the actors had wonderful chemistry with one another, handsome guys, you know, and I'm excited for what Netflix South Africa has in store for us. I know next month, September 15th, there's something coming out. I can't remember the name right now, but I'll definitely be back to review that. I'm excited for that. And yeah, you know, let me know what you guys thought of this film in the comments down below. Like, and also let me know, like, where are you in your life? You know, like, are you in your early 20s figuring things out, late 20s figuring things out, early 30s, like, I want to get married right now, late 30s, like, dang, what's going on with my life? Like, where is everybody at? Right now, I'm in a place of peace, finding peace. Like Drake said, losing friends and finding peace. And, you know, with all the losses I've suffered this year, I'm in a state of gratefulness and just grateful to be alive each day and grateful that I'm here to do these movie reviews for you guys. And yeah, and I'm excited for my birthday. It's hard to be excited because I think about all the people that were here last year and that are not here this year. It's definitely very bittersweet for me. But you know, every day you wake up is another day to do something great and be something great. Every day the sun will shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. You know, like Glorilla said. So yeah, let me know what you guys think and where you are in your life down in the comments down below. And I'll be back next week. So being that it's my birthday, I've been doing a lot of shopping. So I'm gonna start doing shoe reviews because I buy a lot of luxury shoes and I should probably start reviewing them. You know, I'm telling you what shoes are worth it, what shoes probably aren't worth the buy. So next week I might do a movie review depending on what's coming out, but probably will maybe do a shoe review. So yeah, we're kind of navigating into that, doing unboxing, shoe reviews, and things of that nature. This is a review channel overall. So yeah. But anyways, I will see you guys next week for my next video, and do not forget to comment down below. And also, if you do end up watching this film, letting me know what you think, and I will see you next week.